Deep Dive Gaming.
Hello people, and welcome back to Deep Dive Gaming. I'm the Mariner, and this is Sim Settlements 2 for Science. In this series, we're experimenting, sharing discoveries, and solving problems. We're currently running an experiment to blend main vanilla questline with the Sim Settlements 2 main questline into one seamless adventure. Alongside that, we're experimenting with organic settlement growth. So far, we've built up Sanctuary so that all the needs are met and the criteria for the quest "If I Had a Hammer" are met. Once this farm is built, we'll be able to move to the next quest. That will lead us into unlocking another settlement, Abernathy Farm, which is where we will be building next. I'll get into that more when we've unlocked it. For now, let's get this farm built. So we come and we click and we say, start construction, pay and build. While that's building, in order to get the next bit of the quest started, I'm actually going to warp away to Red Rocket and walk back. Okay, so the reason we're doing that is because if we just stand there watching the farm build and complete, the quest will not advance to the next stage because certain NPCs need to move locations and they can't do that without a trigger. So what I've done is I've hopefully initiated that triggers for them to change locations. Once the farm is completed, then I will go back and should be able to see Paul and Lily talking. And I think this time I finally have them in a place where they're not bugging in walls or anything like that. Alright, so there's the notification that the farm is completed. There's the notification that there's a commotion. So we'll go ahead and head back and deal with that.
Hey, stop that, please. It can't be good for the sensor.
But it won't work right.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. Maybe you can talk some sense into the young lady.
It's this sensor thing. I want to build a store, you know, somewhere I could sell stuff, but it won't work.
That ASAM fella. Maybe you should go find him. Ask him what else these sensor flibbity-gibbets can do.
I'll go see him immediately.
Oh, well, that's great. In the meantime, I'll get the new arrivals settled.
Alrighty, so we got that dealt with. So let's go ahead and warp our way over to Concord. Actually, it looks like we got maybe a water problem to deal with first. I think it's time to build a bigger water thingy. Water pump, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to put it over here. Yep, we can go max water now because of the science perk I chose. So there you go there. And then it needs 5 power, so we'll just build ourselves a generator, put it right there. Do this to let it blend in with the water. And there we go. That should deal with that. But yep, there we go. That deals. Should be clearing that one out here in a second. Yep, there we go. Okay, now we can jump to Concord. And obviously we didn't warp right to the museum just in case raiders have repopulated. It's a good habit to get into because you never know when they'll appear. I know they're cleared out for now, but they'll pop back in here eventually. So it's just better to land at the city limits and then walk in. And before you talk to Jake, make sure to look around because there's some extra ASAM sensors to pick up. We picked up a whole bunch of boxes earlier. We can pick up more now, it looks like.
Hi.
Oh, hey there. Didn't expect to be seeing you again. Is something up? It's not the ASAMs, is it?
What else do you have?
What else? Are you saying the sensors aren't enough for you? No one's ever asked for more.
Raiders! Hurry!
Wait, what?
Back at the settlement. A whole bunch of them. They've taken hostages, please. You gotta hurry.
Alright, so now we gotta follow old Paul to where the raiders are at and deal with them. Once completed, we'll be able to advance in the story. Alright, once we got everyone dealt with, we can talk to Jake.
Hey there.
Never knew what hit him. Nicely done. Have you got a minute?
Of course. What's up?
It's a real mess out here. People living in dirt. Barely enough food or clean water. Random attacks from raiders, ferals, or God forbid, synths. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be that way. You've already seen firsthand what ASAMs can do. And you've shown interest in what more you can get out of them. What if I were to tell you, we've only scratched the surface? I've got plans, but I feel they'd go a whole lot smoother if I had a reliable partner to ride shotgun.
All right, I'm in.
Hell yeah! Name's Jake. Jake Evans. And it's a pleasure to be working with you. Earlier, you showed an interest in getting more out of ASAMs. Now, if that's something you really are serious about, then I know where to find the equipment we need. However, there is a small problem.
What's the problem?
Same old issue that plagues the entire Commonwealth. Raiders. The place with the ASAM equipment has been claimed by a raider gang. Really dug their heels in. And they're not open to doing trade.
Don't worry. I'll help you deal with these raiders.
Well, all right. Might want to make a pit stop or two. I understand a nearby farm has had recent dealings with this particular group of raiders. It might be worthwhile asking them about it.
Alright, there's our cue to go visit Abernathy Farm. So, we're gonna go ahead and head over there and do that.
Hey there.
That's close enough, stranger. We're a peaceful farm. We don't want any trouble.
It's okay. I'm friendly.
If you say so, but be warned, we're armed here. Let me tell you, farming ain't easy. Out in the field all day, every day, and every minute of it spent watching your back. Why do all the hard work when you can just take what you want at gunpoint? Last time those raiders hit us, my daughter Mary tried to stand up to them. Now she's buried out back of the house. I don't have much to offer, but those raiders that killed Mary, they took her locket too. If you could get it back, it'd mean a lot to us.
Don't worry. I'll get that locket back for you.
Good. Connie feels like it's a part of Mary. I don't think she'll rest easy again as long as it's gone.
Poor guy. Losing his daughter like that. Why don't we go give those raiders a little payback in return?
Sounds like a plan. Alrighty, so from here, we are actually gonna fast travel over to Thicket Excavations. That's why I stopped there in our previous episode and unlocked that travel point, because it does come in handy. So we actually want to head up that way, up the hill, to find Jake's stash, and then it's just a matter of dealing with Olivia. I'm going to smash cut us forward to the relevant bits inside Station Olivia. We've cleared out the raiders. Time to check in with Jake.
Mighty impressive. Thanks for the help. I was not enjoying the shootout developing there. Alright, let's get down to business. Raiders interrupted as I was finishing up. Just need to hit the last few keys on the terminal and... Hey, presto! There we are. Let's take a peek inside, shall we? Take a look. Shipment label reads from Concord Hardware. This is definitely the equipment we're here for. No mistake there. This is the ASAM comm hub. As best as I understand it, this thing connects to the sensors somehow, allowing them to do more stuff.
So, what now?
Now, I suppose I lug this thing back to the hardware store. Tinker around and see what it's about. Well, I'd say we're done here. We found what we came for, no reason to stick around. Maybe check in on any settlements you've got going. Or if you think you might need more sensors, there may be some not too far from here. A place called West Everett Estates. But I should warn you, area's overrun with super mutants.
We may eventually do West Everett Estates. However, with the number of ASAMs we currently have, it's not a necessity right off the bat. Meanwhile,
I might be able to do that.
Well, if you do decide to go, take care. I'll contact you once I've looked over the comm hub.
and one last thing before we leave, we want to hit the basement here and grab the locket so that we can unlock Abernathy. I'm going to clear out the rad roaches from behind the store, and then I'll meet you guys over there. Alright, here we are back in Abernathy, and I don't know if you can tell, but between recording sessions I caught a cold. So we'll see if we can do this with the broken voice. Here we are back in Abernathy, and our first step is to turn in the locket. So let's go talk to Blake.
I've got that locket back for you.
You serious? That's great news. Connie's gonna be speechless. I'm sure she'll go lean on her prices after what you've done. And feel free to use our workshop. Least we can do.
Alright, let's give him a disease cure. Let's give her a disease cure. Let's just cure up the entire farm if we can. Okay, so now that we've got that done, I want to show you one quick thing here. In Red Rocket, I stopped and made a settlement creation kit. Those can be found here under Utility, Settlement Creation Kit. And this gives you what you need. This is from IDEK. This gives you what you need to make a medium generator, recruitment beacon, and city planner's desk. We'll not use it just yet because we first want to raise and clean the settlements. If we do it before, that stuff may get picked up, and then we don't have a settlement creation kit anymore. So I'm going to park up here. I'm going to go ahead and do the raising and the cleaning. Really quick with the cleaning of settlement mod. There's a thing in here listed as Abernathy Farm Fix. Be sure to run this in the settlements before you run Clean My Settlement. The Redux version of this mod doesn't have this, I don't think, but I can't switch because I started this game with this particular version. So I will stand by for me for a minute while I get that done, and I'll come back and show you the next step. Alright, there we go. Abernathy is now raised and cleaned. So now it's safe for us to drop off the creation kits. Okay, so the next issue that we have is we have all of our ASAMs in Red Rocket. In order to access those, we need a supply line to Red Rocket. Unfortunately, none of the Abernathys can do supply lines. Let me show you. See, no supply line. No supply line. Lucy's the same way. So, we're going to run over to Sanctuary. We're going to grab one of the people there to send over here to do that. And then we'll come back and we'll lay down our first plots. And I'll get into that detail once we're back. I'm going to grab one of the people from this plot here to go to Abernathy. Watch this. When it drops to 2, we know that person's assigned, and then we can set them up as supply line. And I'm noticing that our defense is now dropped. I think I noticed it earlier, but I forgot to say anything. So we'll deal with that now since we're back. There we go. That should do it. Now we can go Red Rocket as the supply line. And before we leave, let's deal with this defense. We're just going to put more turrets up where we've already got turrets. we've got what we need here, so let's confirm, yep, we got our supply line, and so we'll head back to Abernathy. So here we are back in Abernathy. The nice thing is we don't have to worry about food or beds right away, so we can lay down plots for industry to be built once we have enough resources, i.e. wood, to do the building. The second thing is the supply line does not tap into Sanctuary's virtual resources, but it gets us access for ASIM sensors for building. We're not going to build anywhere without hooking it up to the other settlements. Let's get building here. So our first step is we're going to lay down some foundations on the west side here. We're going to try and get these lined up with the end of the row here into the building area so that we're not wasting any space. Alright, sorry about that interruption. We had a Mirelurk attack. So, let me go ahead and show you this feature since we're here and we've got the opportunity of doing the raise my settlements, remove bodies. This makes it nice if you just get out of combat and you have bodies lying around in your settlement. Okay, so we got one foundation set down. We want to do a total of 4. And then we'll lay down 2, we'll do 2 junk and then 2 industry, or building materials rather. They will not get built yet, like I said, because we don't have the wood. And we don't have the supply, but we will set it up so that as soon as as soon as we start expanding, this place will get built up. We'll need settlers for that as well, and that should be something that we do when we are ready to expand.
I've been thinking about what happened in there. Maybe I should be doing something to help so other families don't have to suffer like we did.
What do you...
I could join the Minutemen and help defend the Commonwealth.
Oh, honey, listen.
I know.
Okay.
It's just, well, I'm almost a grown woman, and I just don't know if this is the life I want. You understand, don't you, Daddy?
Yes, darling, I do. But after...
Yep, don't have resources for any of this. We kind of knew that was coming. We'll go ahead and do this. We'll scrap this thing. And lay down our city planner's desk to put Blake in charge. And then call it a video. There's Blake. I should have stayed where I was. Okay, so...
Got it.
There we go. We want to make sure to say no to the tear everything down. Alright, so we're done here. I'm going to call it, and we are going to, in the next video, see if we can solve the problem of the bed situation in Sanctuary and do some other things while we're around. I have a Twitch channel. Please come check me out Monday through Thursday, 7:30 Eastern Time for more Sim Settlements 2 action. Sunday nights are other games. Until next time, enjoy Fallout 4 with Sim Settlements 2, and my cold should hopefully be gone by then. Bye-bye!